Y'all having a good week so far? Tuesday? I hope so. And we're live on YouTube, live on Zoom. Folks, David Rutz here, David Allen Capital. I'm excited to be with y'all again, here every day with you. And I miss Wednesdays when Wade does it. I love when he asks me to fill in because I love being with all of you. I love what we do, I love talking about it. Um, in fact, it takes control to refrain, to rein me in so I don't keep talking, right? Not because I love to hear myself talk, but because I really believe we've got something for you and for clients, and we want to help them win. So today we got a pro tip. It's game building day though. Tuesdays always is. That means between now and tonight, it's a good opportunity to invite another person, right? Out to the BizOp overview that's going to be going on tonight. Let me share my screen and get us into the slide that matters most. The Zoom gets in the way a lot, That's all I can tell you. The Zoom gallery, I can't see. Okay, weekly pro tip, recruiting up. You guys see that?
Absolutely can.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, here's the pro tip of the week. This is a simple one. This creates big time change. Why do you recruit up and what does it mean? Recruiting up means don't just recruit laterally or down, meaning people you respect. People you look up to, people you respect, admire, would love to work with, those are recruiting up. Um, and look what happens in that diagram there. Most people recruit lateral or down. Most recruit laterally or down, meaning they find someone who's desperate for an opportunity. Oh, they'll want this. They're desperate. Or they're my friend. They'll do anything I do. Let's go talk to them. And sometimes they'll do well. But what happens is people you recruit laterally generally recruit lateral or down. So you're not elevating the quality of the team. Okay. And now keep in mind, a lot of people look up to you, right? You're in someone's up area. And so when you go out to recruit, if you look up and recruit up, it's not a judgment. It's a strategy of identifying people who are circles of influence, people with experience, people who are willing to go after it. So think of people you respect who've had success already. Maybe you have a lot of ambition, haven't had success yet, but you respect their ambition. You respect something about them that you go, yeah, I admire that in them. They got admirable qualities. That's recruiting up because what people you recruit up generally do, they don't usually recruit down. They usually recruit lateral or up. Lateral or up, which means the quality of the group is going up, right? So, mindset shift, respecting someone means inviting them. So many people think, well, those people aren't good for our business because they already got something going on, or they're already well to do, or they're already busy, or man, they've already got so many good businesses going already. Why would they want to look at something else? Or they're an attorney and they're well regarded as an attorney. Why would they want something like this, right? So we're going to talk to you about how to talk to these people, but you've got to have a mindset shift if you want to succeed. Not you, you may already have this, but what I would challenge all of us is to have a mindset shift or reinforce a mindset you may already have, which says recruit up. So if you respect them, then you should invite them. All they can do is say no or refer you to someone else. So who are some centers of influence? Who are some connectors in your community? People active at the Chamber of Commerce, people who are coaches, people who are pastors, people who are influencers, people who are business leaders, someone who owns a restaurant, they got 5 restaurants in town, all different restaurants. Or, I think of one guy in town here, he's got carry out, he's got this fine dining, he's got a this kind of dining, or that kind of dining. Everyone in town knows him, right? So he's a good agent as well, a good broker for us, not just a client. So, people who others look to for advice and leadership, these are people you should have on your radar of this is the type people I should recruit into my team. And some of the things you could say, I respect how you've built your business, or I'm building something that helps business owners and we're looking for high quality people. We're looking for high quality people. We're looking for what? High quality people of integrity who want to help their business community. Would you be open to taking a quick look, or do you know someone else who might be? So if you inform them that you highly respect them, guess what happens? They think that they're thankful for the compliment. If I called you right now and I said, "Hey Dan, I'm just reaching out because I launched a business funding brokerage, and I'm looking to identify some sharp people who might want to help in the business community and be agents with us, part-time or full-time. And I know you got so much going on, Dan, but I've always respected how you look at others, how you act with integrity. You know a lot of people. You could really help a lot of business owners. So I just thought I'd reach out to see if you might be open to adding something like this to your offerings of helping the community, business funding. You open to that, or do you know someone else who might be? Dan's feeling thankful that I reached out to him, right? Compliment plus curiosity. Hey, I've always admired the way you, blah, 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 whatever. I'm expanding a business to help small business owners get access to funds they need to grow. And we're looking for a few people who are respected and connected in our community. People want to make a difference in their community with business owners. Curious if I could show you what we're doing to see if you or someone else you know might be a good fit. That's very natural. It's very natural, the type thing you'd say. And if they, and then you could follow up, would it be okay if I send you, a link to a 4-minute video? You send them your partner. Or if they express seriousness, would it be okay if I send you a link to a 30-minute presentation? Or because it's Tuesday, would it be okay if I send you a link for tonight's presentation? The founder of the company is doing a presentation. Are you available tonight to just give it a watch? It may not be for you, it may be, but you may look at it and go, this is perfect for John or Lisa, and it may be perfect for you as well. Is there any way you can give it a watch tonight? These are basic conversations. Worst case, they say, I'm good. You're not a pest. You've actually complimented them. You complimented and appealed to their curiosity to see if they're interested. Final reminders, don't prejudge. Most successful, not just many, most successful people are open to helping people out, referring you, or even joining up with you. Even if they're not going to say, yeah, I want to be an agent with you and I'm going to get after it hot and heavy, they may go, I love what you're doing, Dave. I love what you're doing, Tony. Cheryl, I love what you're doing. That's awesome that you're doing that. It's not for me, but I got no problem. Joe, do you know of any other people that might be perfect, people of integrity and who might want to help business owners in their town? Yeah, who you might think of. Have you talked to John yet about this? No. Can I tell John you asked me to call him? Cool. You reach out to John. Okay. So this is a simple strategy that most people don't do. And if you do, you'll win. Write down 3 to 5 people you admire for some reason. Call them and tell them why. Send them a message with that sample script. Follow up and invite them to tonight's meeting or to watch a video. And then track your progress as always. Plan, measure, do, adjust, right? You always got to plan, measure, do, adjust. That's how simple this is. All right. So that's today's pro tip. Recruit up, even gave you a script to do it. It's pretty spectacular. Tonight's game night. What questions have you got? Look at that. 9 minutes. Yeah, baby. I told you, Morgan, I could do it in under 10 minutes. Not today. I've told her that like a year ago. But
Looks like we have a hand up, Devorah. You can go ahead and unmute.
thank you, McGuire. Go ahead, Deborah.
Yes. I appreciate how you come in here day after day, you and your team, and give us this information, give
Well,
us
thank
the
you.
blueprint. I really appreciate that. And I don't take it lightly. I can't be on here every day, but you even have it where we can go back to the replays. So
Yes.
thank you. I have 3 questions, but they're going to be quick, right? Unless your answer is long. The
Mhm.
first one is, do we have a drop-off card that has the 3 opportunities: join DAC, payment processing on the other side, and funding? Get funding on one side, payment process, or can we combine the 3?
You can make your own and combine them. We haven't combined them. We did that early on, and it was a lot of noise. People weren't ordering them, and
Okay.
people were confused when we gave them to them. So
Okay.
we pulled it. Basically, I would just give them your website because that's got all of them on it. But no, we don't have one.
because I know I'm always stopping in businesses. I've been sharing the opportunity. And yesterday, David, and this is outside of my other two questions, but yesterday I was just at a gas station, shared it with a gas station I go to all the time because they got the payment core processing machine. I did
Mm-hmm.
not have the drop off core printed off yet, but I'm going to do that this week. But there's a language barrier. So I think having that something to read will be easier for them to understand the opportunity, right? So I go
Absolutely.
out to my car, pump my gas. I see a lady with this beautiful drop top BMW, and I was like, I love your car. And she was like, oh, it's for sale. And I'm like, really? Now I knew the money wasn't in the bank for that car, right? But I went on ahead
Mm-hmm.
and asked her how much, and she told me. She said, I own the dealership up the street. I said, oh. So now my mind expanded from the gas station to the car dealerships.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we having this great conversation, right? And I shared the opportunity with her, and she said, well, I'm not interested in building a team or anything like that, but I am interested in funding. And all of a sudden, something dropped in my spirit. You're going to be able to afford that core like that if you work this business.
I
If
love it.
this business, you'll be able to afford a car like that, right? And we got to talking. I gave her my information. And you know, when someone is engaged with you, she was really engaged. So I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to share the PDF you sent last night.
Yes.
No, last week. I'm sorry. And I'm gonna share that PDF with her, and hopefully, I couldn't believe she said she was interested in funding because she said we're ordering all these cars from the auction. I'm paying 13%. If I could just pay this loan off,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there changed the game for me.
Well
Um,
done. Well
yeah,
done.
yeah. So
Just
I'm
by talking, just by being curious and having
talking,
conversations.
and so the other question
Yep.
was with the certification class, will that cost anything to the
No,
people to get You're amazing,
it'll
David.
be free.
You're
No,
amazing.
thank you.
And then the other thing is, how deep do we need to go on our personal business? Like when we are leading with the funding, like how much do you have in monthly sales? How much
Hmm.
do we? How far deep do we go with
Pre-qualifying, you mean? How much pre-qualifying should you do?
qualifying, even with the monthly sales on the payment processing?
Yeah, I would say, oh yeah, either one. I would go and I'd ask the questions. What type of revenue? Let me give you an example of Devora, how much money we might be able to get you in funding. How much you do a month in sales right now, ballpark? You
Gotcha.
know, 50,000. Okay, would you say that's a low month, a good month, a high month? Well, that's a pretty good month. What would you say a low month is? This is how I would do it. A low month is about 35. Okay, how long you been in business? If it's 1 year or more, then it's 1 to 2 times monthly revenue,
Mm-hmm.
right? Oh, you're doing 35. We could probably get you 35 to 70,000.
Gotcha.
You've been in
Okay.
business over a year now. That's assuming they have a 680 FICO score. If they
Right.
have under 680, they go to our higher risk pricing,
Got
which
it.
is the approval amounts are lower as well. They're not going to get 1 to 2 times. They may only get a half to 1 times their revenue. But if they've got an established business and they're at a 680 FICO or higher, we can generally get them 1 to 2 times their monthly revenue. So I would ask them how much they're doing, and I'd say, have you ever thought about business ideas that you could pursue if we got you 30 grand in funding tomorrow?
Yeah.
What would you do with it? So I would ask them that. But if they're like, well, how much can I qualify for? What are the requirements? Tell them. I'd go through each one. The monthly revenue's got to be at least 15. You're above that. FICO score, our best pricing is at 680 FICO and higher, but we can get people funded as low as 550.
Got it.
And then you got to be in business. We like it over a year, but we can do as short as 6 months. You've got that. So you're eligible. The only thing that would stop you now, what I'd say to them, is if for some reason you're bouncing a bunch of checks right now or your bank account zero or negative zero, that would cause a problem. But as long as you got revenue coming in every month and everything's good, man, we can get you an offer.
That's perfect.
So
Thank you.
you start there. Now, if they say, what's it cost? You want to answer that too, because you don't want them to apply thinking it's a 5% loan. So, our best rate pricing is 1.15 to 1.25 in there. I mean, if you're eligible, we get you that. We try to get you around that price all the time. But if someone's not eligible for that, based on criteria, it gets more expensive from there. So,
And
you
I,
know, if you got 100 grand, maybe you're paying back 130 or 120, depends.
and I know you gave a great objection to if the person is like, oh, I got to pay this off in a year, I got to pay this off in 18 months. But
Mhm.
this is your situation right now. If you do
Right.
this and advance your business or expand your business, then you're going to be making more than that. You're not going to trip off of, you got to pay it back because now the demand is being met. So you gave
Yeah.
an objection
And
on.
I would just let me throw one more perspective on because it's all about perspective management. It's not what you got to do, it's what you get to do. No one's making you take this money. You get to get 50 grand to grow your business. If you don't see the value of taking that 50 and paying it back in 12 months, please don't take it. I
Right.
mean, that's if this feels anything like pressure, say no. You don't need extra pressure. But if you could take this 50 and fuel your business and you can turn it into 400 grand in 12 months, you don't mind paying back 64,
That's perfect.
for the 50. So yeah, that's perspective of you get to, not got to.
I got so many questions. How soon will the certification be released?
I would have liked to said it would have been by June 1st, but because the programming is now done. But I'm not done recording all the stuff yet. And in fact, I'm re-recording some new ones based on what I just said to you on the pricing. So it's going to be this month. I just don't know when. But it will be this month.
Lord, give them strength to get it done.
Thank you. Thank you. You know what? Interesting. As you're a believer, it's actually that's what's causing the delays because I'm getting download changes. So those changes are for the betterment. It's above all reproach. We're improving things. Even no, I didn't even think they need to be improving. Sometimes God will share something with you. So, well, a lot of times God will if you're listening, right? So I've been listening. Thank you very much. All right. Any other questions? Any other comments? Or are we just ready to roll for tonight? By the way, we said it's going to be McGuire and I tonight because we're making a couple tweaks. It may just be me with McGuire doing an open. We were just talking about that. I may do the whole presentation tonight with McGuire opening and introducing me. Just so you know, as you're promoting it, because some people like having his youth on there doing half of it and me doing the other half, but it's probably going to be primarily me, but he will be on at the open and on for questions. And he may end up doing more. We'll see. We're working on the slides right now. A couple more tweaks of improvements. All right, guys, recruit up between now and the night. We got a couple people we can reach out to. And if it's not for them, they'll refer you to someone it is because they'll appreciate your compliment. Be real, don't be fake. Only those you really respect and look up to, call in.